To do an experiment here with a first time live streaming and edit of one of our episodes on Twitch. So let's get started. Unfortunately, I did decide to start doing this part of the way into the episode. So it's already 42 minutes into this episode. I need to get at least another 40 minutes done before I start actually working on the finish process. So let's take it away.
The forest is also like a mile and a half.
Yeah, so yeah, so he's gonna turn to the group and be like, "Do we know how many there are?"
And one of the things that is noticeable in this process now is I have set up a
Nino will call it from under the wagon. Two
shortcuts to help aid in editing this
Nigga,
poster.
under the wagon. Two from under the wagon.
Nope. One.
Under the wagon. Two.
Oops, wrong channel on that one.
Two.
So far that we can see.
Who's better than was it before? 6. All right, so Sarah. Six.
I was playing some music underneath this just for the times that I am quiet, but that would end up ultimately distracting me.
Or 6. All right, so let's see what can we do here. Right here.
I hit one.
You hit one? Where? Right? Where?
Like in the direction that I hit.
I wasn't watching.
Well,
I wasn't watching.
Well, Nino will describe, kind of
All
whatever.
right. Tempest.
Whatever.
All
Whatever.
right. Tempest.
Yep.
Go. What? Go.
Go. Go. But I can't see them yet, can
Nope.
I?
Nobody
No?
can.
Nope.
Nobody
No.
can.
No. One. No. No. Nobody can. Nobody can. I don't know. I don't know. Guy. One.
Delete dead air for the people
You know
who are
what?
talking.
Nobody can. I. Yeah. Can
Nope.
I?
Nobody can.
No. Nobody can. I.
Tighten that up a little bit.
Can
Nope.
I?
Nobody
No.
can.
No. Nobody can. I.
Bring these back. Tighten that up a bit.
No, guys. Do you think we should just?
And that's an example of how things sound before and after editing out the individual tracks.
Go try to slip around them?
I've got to move a chord really quick here.
We don't know where, how many, and where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go?
So
Where are we gonna go?
So we're just sitting ducks. We're just sitting ducks.
Haven't even rested.
All of us pile out. So
Even rested.
all of us piling into the wagon isn't going to be a better option.
They'll just climb onto our wagon and then eat us all.
And try to stealth away.
Could. Yeah. Could.
Oops. Come on. Let's see. Benefit to this editing program.
That's all.
And try to stealth away.
All of us piling into the wagon isn't going to be a better option.
They'll just climb onto our wagon and then eat us all.
And try to stealth away.
Could.
I can swim. Nope.
Yeah.
And try to stealth away. I
Could.
can swim. Nope. Swim.
Could.
Swim. Nope.
Yeah.
I can
Could.
swim.
I can cast
You could
invisibility.
I can't swim. Yeah.
Cast invisibility.
I can't. I can't swim.
You want to tie him in a knot?
What about Princess?
Tie him in a knot?
What about?
Want to tie him in a knot?
What about Princess?
Who cares about the horse? Who cares about the horse?
But I do. I named it.
Who cares about the horse?
But I do. I named it. But yeah. But I do. I named it.
We let the horses go. We smack them on the ass. They run in the opposite direction.
Everyone over.
Opposite direction.
Everyone roll perception.
Shit.
Roll perception.
Shit. 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 This is not going well. Shit. This is not on this.
motion.
Shit.
This is not going well. Going well. It was going well. Not going well. That's a... That's a... That's a...
Rem.
19.
12.
Ariel. Ariel. Kanina.
7.
Oops. That part's important.
7.
Tempest.
6.
Tempest. Tempest.
6. Because I got a 1.
Remen. Remen. And Kanina were the only ones above 10, right?
Yes.
No.
I was almost to
As
20.
above 10.
Okay.
As 12.
12.
No.
I was almost to 20.
As above 10.
Okay.
As 12.
12.
Okay.
As 12.
12. 19. Yeah. 19.
7. No. 7.
Okay. So it was Rem and Ariel, as you guys are like having this discussion, kind of arguing amongst each other as to what to do next. Here, this like claws and then 4 sets of thumps up on top of this cart.
Okay.
And let's see.
4 sets. That's 0. 4 sets.
Or 2. Whoosh.
4 sets.
Or 2. 2.
On our cart? On our cart?
Yeah. Hi. Yeah.
like they jumped onto the roof.
They're really fast.
They can run 90 feet.
We are. We aren't.
No,
stopping
you guys
right.
argued for a No, you guys argued for about 12 seconds while they were still approaching.
Yeah, right? Yeah, and they can move 90 feet in 6 seconds. Yes. Seconds. That's 6 seconds.
They were still approaching.
Yeah, and they can move 90 feet in 6 seconds. We've established as we were chased.
Does a 17 hit you, Rem?
No.
No.
Having heard the thump, he's going to be like, immediately just hold his shield above his head.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, yeah, Rem hears this thump above him. Reflexively imposes his shield in between him and their erection. Right as a creature leaps at him, ends up like latching to his shield and pulls it to the ground. Rem, go ahead and roll an athletics check.
I am going to take a short break and go ahead and post this stream somewhere else really quick. Let's see, how do I have the stream set up really quick? It looks like it is just displaying the desktop. Let's do this while I am searching for that. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up one of the artists who's allowed us to use his music in our show. Good old some Windswept, a great fantasy themed composer. Might be a little loud for a second. Let's turn that down a bit. If I understand things correctly, that should be showing up here now. This first song is Keeper of the Forest. It's his newest song, playing the playlist that he has for everything. Going pretty much in order. I'm going to go ahead and do a shuffle there.
athletics check.
Athletics or yeah, yeah. 11. Athletics or yeah, 11.
So you like kind of taught you heard it, so you kind of had the forethought, and as you feel the weight hit your shield, you just kind of roll your arm back, lay it to the ground, and this creature thumps down next to you, and you hear it scramble onto all fours. Kanina.
Yes.
Does a Kanina.
Yes.
Does a Does a 9 hit?
Yes.
Does a 9 hit? Does a 9 hit?
No.
No. A second creature leaps off from the top of the cart, and you like probably hearing what's happened with Rem, like turn to look at him.
You do realize I'm under the cart too.
She's under the
You
cart.
said that you would came at me.
Cart too.
She's under, she's under the
You
cart.
said that
She's under the
you said
cart.
that you had came out from the
I
cart.
did not. Yeah,
The
I did
cart.
not say that at
No,
all. I'm still under the
She
cart.
wanted to be. He didn't want to.
At all. I'm still under the
She
cart.
wanted to be propped under the
said
cart enough to be able
When
to.
Rem was talking so much,
She wanted to be propped under
said-
the cart enough to be able
when
to.
Rem was talking about it, you said you crawled out from the cart.
at all. I'm still under the
She
cart.
wanted to be propped under
said-
the cart enough to be able.
When Rem was talking about it, you said you crawled out from the cart and said, "I see too."
Well,
No,
she
I-
said from under the cart. Well, she
no,
said from under the cart.
I said I shouted out that I see too. I didn't crawl
Yeah.
out from under. I'm still under the cart. Crawl
Yeah.
out from under. I'm still under the cart.
Okay. Then rolling back, it would be like, yep, like, remember, like Rem, the one gets on top of the cart, and the second one like charges at the bottom of the cart where this firebolt was coming from and is trying to claw out underneath you, but you had of the cart where this firebolt was coming from and is trying to claw out underneath you, but you had come back to join this conversation, and I said that this cart was about, in D&D terms, 10 feet wide, so it can't quite get underneath to you. To you. But you to you. But you you feel it's like its breath as it's snapping at you.
Lovely. Lovely. Okay.
And because of dark vision, you're like, hey, there it is.
Yeah. Okay.
And because of dark vision, you're like, hey, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were like looking back at the group, and then this happens, and you start like you hear it like scratching at you and snapping at you, and you're trying to go, oh shit.
Never turn your back on the cage. Cage.
Rem, it is your turn.
He is immediately going to try to drive his war pick down into the skull of this thing.
All right, go ahead and roll your attack.
D8. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one.
You'll roll your attack.
D8.
Oh, Chantel, you're the one that's here.
D8. It is
Yes, this is how an episode is made,
15 to hit.
especially now that I'm editing every track.
15 will hit.
And I do max damage, which is... damage, which is 14 damage.
Ah,
14 damage. Okay.
I mean, our group isn't so bad once things are rolling. It's usually just, when they get off track that things get a little crazy. I mean, you can see over in here, this is all I've got for outtakes for, being over an hour in on editing. A lot of what's taking up time now is tightening stuff up like this.
Damage, okay. Alright, so damage, okay. Alright, so you had already thrown it to the ground, so you knew exactly where it was as you drive this spike down into it while it's this spike down into it while it's trying to
It's gotten a lot easier since I've
It's kind of like it's like almost
some new key mapping for how to edit this, though.
it's like almost like
it's like it's rolled itself back over, starting to stand up on all fours, and you drive the spike right through its back, kind of pushing and pinning it down again. You just hear it let out this yelp and in pain, and you feel it like wrench itself out from underneath your war pick and stand the rest of the way up.
Some of that also comes from experience at this point.
Tempest, it is your turn.
Don't I get my bonus action?
Oh, what? Oh, what do you want to do for your bonus action?
You know what I can do.
Your bonus action.
You know what I can do.
The before and after is just so much more worth it, too.
See, this is why you don't get your bonus action.
And movement.
See, this is why you don't get your bonus action.
And movement.
See, this is why you don't get your bonus action.
And movement too, but I was gonna say he moves to definitely interpose himself between that creature and
you already are.
Creature.
You already are.
Well, I didn't know if it was off to the side and they were. Well, I didn't know if it was off to the side and they were.
No, on.
What's been very interesting since I've been doing this type of editing is learning how some words sound very interesting backwards. And sounds.
No, I feel like especially with Rem's background, the direction that he would have gone for is to put himself already in between him.
Okay. Yeah.
Him.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. Gotcha. Just want to make sure.
So you're between
the
us
thing I just
and
hit and
the-
everybody else as close as I can be. The
I know that yeah sounds like Japanese backwards because it ends up sounding like hi.
us
thing I just
and
hit and
the
everybody else as close as I can be. I'm trying to make sure the
Shielding
creature
us.
Basically, he'll see it.
I'm trying to make sure the creature has to come past me.
Basically, he threw it like away from the group and made sure that he was in between you guys with his shield up.
Yeah, like I turned and threw it to the ground of the shield and in the same motion brought the war pick down, and then I'm standing between it and you guys.
Okay. Okay.
But Tempest, it is your turn. You would know all of the... It is your turn. You would know all about where this thing is because you're hearing this. Sis.
I have had an arrow ready this whole time.
Okay. 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 Okay.
So, am I able to...
Chantel, if you haven't seen it yet, you should go look on the Instagram at the picture of the shirt that that Caitlin made.
Like... Yep. Like...
You would...
Yeah, the editing program is Hindenburg Journalist.
You would be able to move to a point where you can take a shot where you think this is. It will be at disadvantage because you are doing it from ranged. Rem, who would put it exactly where it was, already knew where he was swinging for.
Okay. Okay.
Swinging for.
Okay.
So you can see its shape, but you're getting disadvantage because it's dim. You can see its shape, but you're getting disadvantage because it's dim.
Just disadvantage.
It's dim.
This is just disadvantage.
It's dim. You're basically shooting at a shadow.
Okay, let's try. Let's go for it. Okay. Okay. That's not good. That.
And remember,
You missed.
People.
Can we? You missed.
People. Inspiration.
You missed.
People. Inspiration.
I'm gonna roll that one again.
Initiation.
I'm gonna roll that one again.
You're gonna inspiration that one. You're gonna inspiration that one.
No, because it never actually landed. It was like in my coat pocket.
Oh, boy.
It was like in my coat pocket.
Okay. Okay.
But
Likely story.
But
Likely story.
Wait. Wait.
Yeah, I can't wait for more of them to get made and posted. She made one for her mom today too. But the one that she made for her mom is like pure advertising promotion.
My third roll was worse anyway. What do you care? My third roll was worse anyway. What do you care? My third roll was worse anyway. Anyway, what do you care? Right? Care. Hold on, let me check what my scroll up.
See, this is why you guys need a bard.
Scroll up, please. Hold on, let me check what my scroll up.
See, this is why you get a bard.
Scroll up, please.
I
This is
think
why
it
we
was
need a
the
lamp.
phones because I haven't heard that sound since we put our phones on airplane mode.
That is a 7.
Oh, hey, you get to see some of the inspiration for outtake stuff now.
Care. Care. That is a 7.
A 7. You got one chance. It's nice. No, why you? A 7. You got. A 7. You got one chance.
But you are you encouraging share movie?
One chance.
But are you encouraging me to use my
I am
inspiration?
saying the.
My
I am
inspiration?
saying that before I say what happens, you have a chance.
Okay, I'll use my inspiration. We'll try that.
We'll try this one more time.
A 15 hits.
Oh, hey, let's see who that is. Oh, hey, it says we have a lot of people here, but I only see 2 in the view count.
A 15 hits.
One of the worst things to cut around can be trying to get some of those little beats of laughter in that are in between other things happening.
Well, that's a 21.
Hey!
Okay.
Misses.
Wait, but it was still a disadvantage. Wait, but it was still no. So wait, but it was still a disadvantage. So then, would I take the lower out of the 2? The 2, not including the 2, not including the last lowest one.
See, this is
How
one
does
of the
that work?
problems with one of the feats that exist in the game, but I am going to give you that roll that you get for your inspiration, because basically the way I've always done it is when you roll inspiration, you pick which dice you use. This is
How
one
does
of the
that work?
with
How's
one
that-
of this is
How
one
does
of
that
the
work?
Funny is, after all of this, the way that I actually did it was totally different than the way that I've done it before. But I like this way better because inspiration is rare.
This is
How
one
does
of the
that work?
problems with one of the dice you use.
Okay, cool. Okay.
I just think it's funny because I think it was literally the session before this, which we had taken a couple weeks break, so I forgot about, was, I think, you or Krista having disadvantage on something, and I made her just cancel out the disadvantage.
You pick which dice you use.
Okay.
Especially since you only get it once per session, unless you do something that I decide to award it to you for. Decide to award it to you for.
There was either a 13 or a 21.
Well, I'm gonna let you
depending
take
on
Ellen. Well, I'm gonna let you Ellen. I'm gonna let you take
depending
that
on which one
21.
you like to take. One.
Well, I'm gonna let you
Depending
take
on
that
which one you
21.
like to take.
So yet you hit. Rem already told you that it's 15 hits.
Okay. Okay.
See, and that had come up in like the last episode before this where everyone was using their inspiration, which I wish you guys would use it more because I'd be more willing to give it out more if it was actually being used. It's
Okay. There they are. Alright, there they are. Uh-oh. Things came out.
So Rem's just like, on a scale of 1 to 20, you want to hit like right.
Sharpie inspiration. Now, one thing that I want to do, which I'm never actually going to do because I don't mess with the 3D printer as much anymore, is get like tokens for inspiration. So that everyone, instead of just having the dice that I was giving out, because the dice just blends in with stuff, but having an actual token that you put like with your stuff.
So Rem's just like, on a scale of 1. So Rem's just like, on a scale of 1 to 20, you want to hit like right in a 15 for power.
Yeah.
15 for power.
Yeah.
15 for power.
Yeah. Here.
For power.
Yeah, I really, I forget why I was on Patreon, but I went over to Patreon and realized that, okay, it's June 30th. The last thing I posted was the beginning of May. If I post stuff now, it still counts for June, but I also want to get caught up so that the Patreon stuff starts matching up with our actual episodes. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to not edit if it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I'm not going to edit the rest of the night. I'm just going to churn out Patreon content.
Like right in a 15 for power.
Yeah.
15 for power.
Get it? Get it? Good. Good about
3/4.
Good about
3/4.
Are they within 60 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
They're like
They're
on top of
like
us.
within 20.
They're like
They're
on,
they're
yeah, they're like
they're
on
they're,
top
they're
of
like
us.
within 20 feet. Yeah.
They're like
They're
on
they're
top
they're
of
like
us.
within 20 feet. Yeah.
right.
20 feet. Yeah. 20 feet. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Right. That's what I thought. I was just checking.
They're in your camp. They're in your, they're in your camp. Well, one of them, I guess, is technically on the outside of the camp because it's trying to wedge itself under the cart to get Kanina. Camp. Well, hello. Camp. Well, one of them, I guess, is technically trying to wedge itself under the cart to get Kanina.
He's trying to eat my face.
Suplex. Wait, hold on.
It's a little hard to do under a wow word. No,
Wait, hold on.
It's a little hard to do under a wagon. Suplex the wagon. What's the other? Suplex the wagon on top of it.
Nina's pretty strong.
Stay away from her. Stay away.
Nina's pretty strong.
Stay away from his teeth.
I just want. Oh, yeah. I just want Nina to like get a luchador mask. I just want Nina to like get a luchador mask.
Nina. Nina grabs the near side of the cart and just lifts and rolls it on top. And rolls it on top. Side of the cart and just lifts and rolls it on top.
Yeah, she'll just
Lifts and rolls it on top.
Yeah, she'll just go back and just like whoops.
Would I have had to? Would I have had to establish my Slayer's Prey before I rolled the hit?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
I would say yes. Do it. I would say yes.
Because it's just the
would say yes.
Because it's just a bonus action. But. Yep. But. Okay, I guess. Okay. But okay, I guess I will just roll my damage. That's 8 points of damage.
No, with all your modifiers and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And as my bonus action, I will focus my ire on that one as long as I didn't just kill it.
Okay. So you kind of you like sidestep around where the fire was, keeping it you like sidestep around where the fire was, keeping an eye where you knew that this creature was from Rem, throwing it to the ground. Your bow was still drawn, and you just let loose exactly where you see this shape in dim light. And it pierces, like as it stands up and goes at Rem, it pierces right through its chest, bringing this knoll back, and it just falls down, and you see it quiver a couple times. Times. And as it hits the ground and stops moving, you just kind of narrow your eyes at it. And just you're mine.
Eat that body.
You're mine.
Eat that body.
You're right. You're next.
So your soul is mine.
We already did that bit. After Tempest is Ariel. That bit. After Tempest is Ariel.
Ariel can't see the other one, right?
Well, you can
No.
see, like, it's
Well,
in the
I
light
can-
for 60 feet.
I know, but
Well, you can
No.
see, like, it's
Well-
it's
Well,
and the
I
light for 60.
I know, but I'm behind
Logistically, you
I'm behind
logistically you can't see it. It is underneath
Yeah.
a cart.
I- Yeah.
A cart
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
behind Kanina.
Like, all you gotta do is, like, lean over, though.
If they have it. If I lean, I can see it.
Yeah, if you were to, like, look under the cart.
Hey guys, there's another one right in front of me.
Probably.
I probably would have heard it and
You'd even-
heard
and if you
it.
Probably.
I probably would have heard it and heard
You'd
Nina.
have the movement if you wanted to run around the cart too.
Another one right in front of me.
Probably.
No, I do not. I spent some time like a few weeks ago mapping the keys on my mouse to be able to edit faster. So I've got one key on my mouse that is a alternate mouse layout, and so I hold that one, and then I've got a bunch of buttons mapped to the up and down track, so I just quickly go up and down tracks.
I probably would have heard it and heard
You'd
Nina.
have the movement.
have heard it and heard
You'd
Nina.
have the
Like, I have it mapped so that the like ring finger button is what splits the track. I've got a button that has delete mapped to it, and then I have alternate buttons that I can use to go up and down on the different tracks. One of them is for the in and out key when I'm doing a highlight over an area with the scroll, and one of them is for solo, for mute, and I have one set mapped for undo as well. It made editing so much faster to be able to set all that up, though.
cart too.
And I'm going back and forth through the track just with J and L is for forward and back, and then K is for the fast speed.
Guys, there's another one right in front of me.
Probably.
I probably would have heard it and heard
You'd
Nina.
have the movement if you wanted to run around the cart too.
heard it and heard
You'd
Nina.
have the movement if you wanted to run around the cart too.
I'm
flanking.
I'm out.
Unfortunately, it also means I hit buttons wrong sometimes and accidentally delete stuff or accidentally put an extra break somewhere.
I'm
flanking. Flanking.
I'm going out. I'm
One of the things I want to do if I decide to start streaming this stuff more regularly is get some sort of key overlay so anyone watching can see which keys I'm pressing and like how the workflow goes.
Flanking.
I'm gonna run around the cart. so that way it's in between Nina and I. And I'm going to firebolt it. Firebolt it.
All right. Go ahead and roll your firebolty stuff.
Your fire.
Let's make sure I use the. Let's make sure I. Yeah. Let's make sure I use my spell attack bonus.
Looked like it was you. Looked like it was almost good.
I'm using my.
Oh, hey, I bet everyone uses their inspiration.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
You've been rolling a lot of 4s.
I'm using this one.
It's still a lot of 4s.
This one was.
This one was 4s.
This one was doing well.
Welcome to random number.
Well.
Welcome to random number generator.
Well.
Welcome to random number generator, the game.
Doing well.
Welcome to Welcome to random number generator, the game.
See, that sounds cool backwards. Unfortunately, it sounds really bad in the final edit.
That's better. Sure, that's that.
Game.
That's better.
Yeah, use your fancy
17.
dice. Use your fancy
17.
dice.
17 will hit.
Okay. So a D. So a D. So a D.
I need to like track all of those little things down and put them into their own folder.
10.
10. That's this one, right?
The spaceship.
This one?
Is
Yes.
So a D. So a D. Okay.
Hit.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't gotten into too much like vocal effects because this editing software isn't designed for that really, because it's mainly meant for like interview style editing. So I'd have to go into something else to do stuff like that.
This one?
Is
Yes.
the noble?
This one?
Is it, Is the null prone?
Technically,
Wait, do I get?
technically,
Wait, do I get a?
technically,
Wait, do I get anything for flanking it? It's
Flanking
go
and prone.
Did you go
and prone?
around the? Or
you wouldn't
Yeah,
have
I
the
would-
movement.
I-
You
It's
Did you
Flanking
go
and prone.
around the? Or
you wouldn't
Yeah,
have
I
the
went
movement
around.
to totally flank it.
Prone?
around the? Or
You wouldn't
Yeah,
have
I
the
went
movement
around.
to totally flank it.
Okay. 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 Well, it gets.
Also, it would be no slot. Also, it would be a +2, but you already hit. And I don't think that'll. But I get what in it. And I don't think that applies to a ranged attack, anyways. And I don't think that applies to a range. Arrow to a ranged attack.
Oh,
Anyways.
what I can do for that too is hit this.
Ranged attack, anyways. Says.
But that's just one of the scrub options that I have. That's not like a setting that I can turn on for a little bit.
Well, to be truly flanking, she would have to be within 5 feet, and the spell would then get disadvantage for being in melee.
Anyways.
Well, to be truly flanking, she would have to be within 5 feet, and the spell would then get disadvantage for being in melee.
That's not how spells work in
My
5th
spell
edition.
doesn't.
Work in
My
5th
spell
edition.
doesn't. No.
I thought all ranged.
No.
I thought all ranged attacks got disadvantage within 5 feet.
Not with my. The card would say that.
No, the book says that.
No,
Either way,
Doesn't matter.
you hit.
wait, this spell's damage increases.
With levels.
Oh, yeah, we're not 5th
Mechanics
level yet, though.
talk.
One more level.
I know, right? I kept
I
thinking that
hit
too.
for 6 points.
With levels.
Oh, yeah, we're not 5th level yet, though. Wait, this spell's damage increases.
That's not how spells work in 5th
My spell
edition.
doesn't. Wait, this spell's damage. My spell
edition.
doesn't. Wait, this spell's damage increases.
With levels. With levels.
Oh, yeah, we're not 5th level yet, though. One more level.
I know, right? I know, right? I kept thinking
I
that
hit
too.
for 6.
I know, right? I kept
I
thinking that
hit
too.
for 6 points.
All right, yeah.
For a 6 point. And
All
now
right,
I'm
so
gonna
you-
die because it's a point. And
All
now
right,
I'm
so
gonna
you-
die because it sees me. Sees me. And I'm not underneath anything.
But it's facing me. See if,
And I'm not underneath anything.
but it's facing me. See if it.
And I'm not underneath anything.
But it's facing me first.
How much movement? How much movement did it take for me to get around? All along. All of it.
Like 20 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna use my last 10 feet to backpedal.
It always sucks editing, and then you realize that you said one thing at one point, and then you said something else at another point, and it was 2 months ago, and you can't fix any of that now.
Okay,
Backpedal.
okay, to tuck back behind the wagon again.
Yeah.
Wagon again.
Yeah.
It's like, nope, we literally just said that she used all her movement, but now she has an extra 10 feet.
So you like,
Because the DM, got distracted or bored in the last 10 minutes.
you know what's on the other side of this cart. You run around really quick, readying a firebolt. Spin around the corner of the cart. See it. Loose your fireball right at it. It hits it square in the back. It just back. It just and just and you see, like, you get this, you and Kanina get this strong, like, dirty, burnt fur smell. It's not very pleasant. And
That's just that.
Oops.
That's a good smell at this point.
you take, like,
I think that's the session. It might have been the session before, but there's definitely a bit of wait. Where is it?
Okay.
Remember hit all your modifiers. Oh no, that's a reminder of
Don't
that.
No, you're
have.
fine.
I wonder if it was in the last one that I did, but yeah, I know that. No, it was in the outtakes. That's right. 'Cause just remember, there's who taught you how to play.
At this point. Yeah.
you take, like a heck. You take, like, LKSB. You take, like, LKSB. You take, like a half a second to realize that it's now turning and looking up at you, and you just spin back to the front of the cart again. Cart again. Kanina. Cart again. Kanina. Cart again. Kanina.
Mm-hmm.
It is your turn.
Okay, so she's gonna kind of, how far away is it from me again? 10 feet? You said?
No,
You said?
no,
Or is
it's
it-
like 5 feet away now.
Said?
No,
Or is
it's like 5 feet away now.
Okay.
Because it was coming underneath this cart.
Okay, so I can reach out and touch it?
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna reach out and touch it with Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
The back and forth is really
And-
easy to edit because I just remember how many clicks away each one is.
So it says, lightning springs forth from your hand to deliver a shock to a creature you try to touch. Make a melee spell attack against the target. So,
That is
it. So,
that is it. That is your spell, or roll a d20 with your spell attack modifier.
okay.
Roll a d20 with your spell attack modifier.
Okay. Okay.
Spell attack modifier.
Okay. $20, 25.
25 totally hits. A little totally hits.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Was it a nat?
Yeah.
Was it a nat 20?
No,
19.
Yeah.
20?
No,
19.
Yeah. Right.
18.
Yeah. Right.
18.
Yeah.
Wow.
Da, 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 da. He's not wearing metal. He's not wearing metal armor, right?
Let me check that.
Yeah, armor.
I mean, we're gonna do a 24-hour thing, so the amount of, brain power during the day might be debatable. That's one of the things that I want to talk about. I'm hoping, I don't know if people have plans for the 4th of July, but I'm off from the 4th of July until next Monday. So I'm hoping that we can use some of that time to have an extra podcast meeting and also record a session.
Armor, right?
Let me check really quick. No. No.
Okay. Okay, I'm not 5th level, so I roll 1d8 lightning damage, and it can't take reactions until the start of its next turn. Okay. Okay. Earth's turn. Okay. So
Was I within 5 feet? Was I within 5 feet?
No.
Oh, that is a grumpy kid, so I think it's going to be time for another brief intermission. Save. And then pull up Windswept again.
To this day, I refuse to speak his name. The name of the Scarlet King. Years ago, this land was beautiful. I remember verdant plains, seas of grain, and forests older than memory. Words fail to describe their splendor. The bustling markets, the mighty walls, and shining temples. I was young in those days, foolish. But still they called me a sage, prophet. Titles I never thought myself worthy. The visions came to me all the same. However, I did not foresee the horror that was to come. Estmont was the first to fall to his foul sorcery. I have seen what remained of the once magnificent city, only a blackened scar. His path to the throne was paved in destruction and fire. It is called the Ashen Road and remains a monument to his terrible power. 10,000 men rode out to fight him, to bring him down. 10,000 of our strongest, our best and bravest. He faced them alone on the plains. The survivors say his steps never slowed as the sky rained fire and the ground trembled beneath his feet. They say he was like a force of nature, a god. I was there when he took the throne. The king lay broken at his feet as he placed the stained crown upon his head. The blood of the royal family upon him. It was then that he named himself the Scarlet King. No, I would not speak the name of such a monster. The forests were cut, the fields burned, and our temples desecrated. The people were made slaves and feared the day that they would be taken to fuel his dark magic. As years passed, hope seemed to fade from the world. Then the vision came to me. I foretold of a mighty hero upon a roan horse who would lead a coup to bring an end to the Scarlet King. Far and wide I searched for him. I spoke of my vision and my wanderings, and the people gathered around me. They were rife with malcontent, and they flocked to my promises of a hero to deliver them. At last, I found him. Tam. Just a boy then. Hero, I proclaimed him. We molded him, trained him, and shaped him into the hero we needed. He grew to be a man, strong and tall, a fierce fighter and a leader above all else. Our army had grown with him, and at last we were prepared. I remember the day we set out to slay the Scarlet King. The hero sitting astride his mighty horse, copper rings glittered on his fingers, a crown of bone upon his brow, and a spear of ice in his hand. He was hope, and I was there when the Scarlet King struck him down. I still remember the confusion in the hero's eyes. He did not understand how he had failed. I told him. I lied. Untold riches I was promised, and untold riches I received. My family is safe now, guaranteed security from a fate so many others would suffer. Yet it all feels hollow to me. Sometimes I wonder at the price I paid for such things. And sometimes I wonder about the hero. The real hero of the vision. I found him early in my searchings, but discounted him to preserve the lie. Does he still draw breath? Does he gather his army? If he comes, I know I shall not escape his wrath. But even so, I hope.
Well, I'd never heard that one before.
turn.
Was I within 5 feet?
No.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I was saying if you were going to flank, to be flanking, you have to be within 5 feet.
Oh, you do?
5 damage. 5 damage.
Hi, I'm back.
Well, then I
5
can never
damage.
flank. Well, then I
5
can never
damage.
flank. Chris was right. If I'm Chris was right. If I'm within 5 feet. Chris was right. If I'm within 5 feet, I do have disadvantage or whatever on my spells.
Yeah, I really.
Spells.
Yeah.
Spells.
Yeah. I realize that when yeah, I realized that when Kanina read that one because there's a difference between a ranged spell and a melee spell attack.
Yeah, I was trying to think, is there anything different with this? Because I've never done a melee spell attack before.
Yeah.
Attack before.
Yeah. So, like, this knoll is trying to crawl underneath to you. It gets hit in the back with a firebolt, turns, and, like, you kind of take advantage of the moment of distraction, reach out to the paw that was trying to get at you, and just arc lightning through your body into it.
Nice. Yeah. Nice.
And you just hear like this sizzling and through your body, body into it.
Nice.
And your body into it.
Nice.
And you just hear like this sizzling and like it starts jerking around as it's electrified, and eventually it just stops and it just lays flat. Like 2 feet away from you.
Don't change it. Don't change it, bro.
Its head just you. Its head just like falls, its tongue laying out right in front of your face. Laying out right in front of your face.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of.
And it's like all black and charred.
So I kind of shake the paw a little bit, and looks like it's not moving, so it looks dead.
Yes.
Essentially. So yeah.
Yes.
So yeah.
Oh boy.
It's dead.
Are you sure?
Yes, it looks pretty dead.
Okay.
It's dead. It smells dead, too.
But I'm just going to hit the other one that fell to the ground in the head.
And also...
Just to make, yeah,
and
just
also,
to make sure.
Nina's going to crawl out from under the cart now.
Okay. Okay.
She'll crawl out on the side that Ariel is.
Search the bodies.
Ariel is.
So you guys have two dead gnolls in your camp now. You have So you guys have two dead gnolls in your camp now. You have
Search the bodies.
No campfire or any area. My one, no. No campfire or anything. You just have the dim light of the moon. Everyone go ahead and roll a perception check.
Are these the two we whoosh? That's either. Are these the two we missed? Missed.
I don't think the DM's made it. I don't think the DM's going to tell us that.
I'm waiting for the perception to be resolved.
Are these the two? Are these the two we missed?
I don't think the DM's going to tell us that.
I'm waiting for the perception to be resolved. First round.
15.
Ariel.
6.
Kanina.
12.
Tempest.
20.
Man, that flowed just so well. I don't even have to tighten it up myself.
Rem and Tempest. You just both notice that there is a little bit of cloud cover starting to form.
Can we get the body?
Form.
Can we get the fire, light, something?
Nina's gonna go ahead and whip out a torch and light it with her ignite fire.
I'm going to light the wagon when he says that.
The whole wagon?
As much as my
I think
little...
it has to be. I think it has to be like a small object.
My
a small object.
Nina's gonna do this before Ariel starts to move.
I'm gonna let him out.
That's where Ariel starts to move.
I'm gonna light 10 feet of the wagon.
Which 10? Which 10 feet?
I'm close to.
The door? You gonna give it a dome?
Yeah.
You gonna give it a dome light?
Where am I? Where am I standing?
So
Because I
oddly
went
enough,
around the front, right?
Dome light?
Where am I standing?
So
Because I
oddly
went
enough,
around the front, right?
Oddly enough, like this side, like the back corner panel in 5 feet in both directions,
Well,
just lights up.
well,
Just lights up.
and that 10 foot of light that I created also puts 20 foot
Yeah, I
of
know how.
20 foot
Yeah, I
of
know how
bright-
light works.
Yeah.
foot
Yeah, I
of
know how
bright-
light works.
Yeah.
We already covered light
Right,
today.
dim.
foot
Yeah, I
of
know how
bright-
light works.
Yeah.
We already covered light
Right,
today.
dim, nothing.
Already covered light
Right, yeah. Right,
today.
dim, nothing.
I'm just saying it again just to visualize.
Very
like,
bright.
Nina's gonna mix any.
Yes,
Very,
yeah, like, it's
very
like-
bright. Yeah, right.
Nina's gonna go ahead and
Good
start packing up
God.
some of our stuff, and she's just gonna be like, guys, I think it's gonna go ahead. Gonna go ahead and start. Or else go ahead and start packing up
God.
some of our stuff, and she's just gonna be like, guys, I think we should move on. I don't think it's safe here anymore.
Rim's
Let's
still
look.
gonna
There's
be
a town
searching body.
here anymore.
Rim's
Let's
still
look.
gonna
There's
be
a town.
searching bodies.
There's a town not. Oh no, there's a town not too far away. We can kind of see it from here, so maybe we should continue onwards.
We can.
Should we?
Man, you
Onwards.
can. Man.
Should we throw the no bodies in the lake?
No. No. Okay. Wait. No. Okay. Well, I will. Okay. Well, I will.
Why not? I know. Why not?
Kind of dial back.
Okay.
Rem. Dial back.
Okay. Okay.
Rem. Like while Kenina is doing this, you wanted to search bodies, so go ahead and roll investigation. First, we'll do the body that's in camp that you spiked yourself.
So he can see it well now because I lit the tent, right?
Very bright.
Because I lit the tent, right?
Very bright.
Lit the
Yes.
tent, right?
Very bright.
Yeah. Tent, right? Yeah. Right?
Very bright.
Or not the tent, the wagon.
21.
Or not the tent, the wagon.
21. No, we don't. 21.
Again. A 21. As you are like going through it, it's got some somewhat ratty, somewhat almost somewhat ratty leather armor. It's got a small shield that was strapped to its back and a spear kind of like tucked through the side of it. It had that long bow and it has 6 arrows left.
Okay, I'll gather the arrows and hand them to Tempest.
All right.
Thank you.
While you're kind of erylian.
Six.
While you're kind of digging through it, you're noticing these little scraps of clothing that look like the clothes that travelers, commoners, villagers would wear. And you find a small silver cup, like, tucked into its belt.
Snag that.
How many arrows was that?
6. Six. 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. I can't.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then the other one? And then the other one? Do I have to roll for that one?
Did you take anything else other than anything? Did you take anything else other than the arrows?
A small silver cup. A small silver cup.
Okay.
Silver cup.
Okay.
You also find 2 gold pieces on that same knoll.
Sweet.
Go ahead.
Sweet.
Go ahead and roll an investigation for the knoll as you walk around the back of the cart. Meanwhile, while this is happening, Kanina is sitting there saying, I think that we should be packing up, like she's picking up bedrolls and saying, I think we should move camp, we should get to the town. Kanina is sitting there saying, I think that we should be packing up, like camp, we should get to the town.
Ariel agrees, and she sees that
15.
and is helping. She
15.
sees that and is helping.
Okay. 15.
Let's see, there is still 2 hours left of this session. But I am only planning on getting to another half hour and then speed editing in music. Because this is supposed to go up in 3 hours.
You are investigating the second knoll. You're noticing the like some arrows that are already broken off in it. Some.
Do they look like
Some marks
well-made
that have,
arrows?
some marks
Well-made
that have,
arrows?
yeah, some marks that appear that it's almost some marks that appear to have been made by spells that weren't Shocking Grasp or Firebolt.
So not us. So non. So not us.
Can I, like, dig my fingers into an arrow wound to see if I can get an arrowhead out?
That is totally gross.
Just trying to, like, pull it out to see.
Go ahead
I wanna look at
and yeah, you can. That is totally gross.
Just trying to, like, pull it out to see.
Go ahead
I wanna look at it.
and yeah, you can.
He cuts his finger.
Can.
He cuts his finger on the arrowhead and gets a poisonous disease from it.
Oh, like grabbing the shaft behind the arrowhead and like like grabbing the shaft behind the arrowhead and like wiggling it out. Is it? I mean, like, can I having been in the army and things like that? Can I tell by looking at the arrowhead if it's like dwarven made or elven made or anything like that? Is it? I mean, like, can I having like that?
Tempest, where would your arrows have come from?
Oh, what? Oh, gosh,
Standard
I don't
human.
even know. Oh gosh,
Standard
I don't
human.
even know. No.
This could be This could be the
What
one
would
that
like? Yep.
I
No,
had.
what
The
what
one that
would like human make? Human make?
Yeah, like
She
would you have
got
just
them
bought
at a
them?
trading point.
Yeah, like
She
would you?
got-
Yeah, like
She
would you have
got
just
them
bought
at a
them?
trading port.
Yeah, I think they.
Trading port.
Yeah, I think they'd just be
Standard human,
standard craft.
Standard human.
Standard craft.
So yeah, you would recognize them as kind of your standard arrows, not Don's arrows, not
Okay, nothing
definitely
special.
not military issue. There's nothing intricate or special material
It's like a
wise.
broadhead hunting bow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Your standard arrows, not
nothing
definitely
special.
not military issue. There's special material warrior material wise.
Broadhead hunting bow.
Yeah.
Okay.
does he?
So yeah, I'll look at it and then I'll look over at Tempest, be like, "You look like yours."
Are they mine?
Does he look?
So yeah, I'll look at it. I look. Yeah. Look like yours.
Are they mine? Yeah, I mean, are they mine?
Tempest would probably go, does it look like mine? I don't look at my arrowheads very
I
much.
don't think that much.
Can Nina glance
Do you know the
over?
last time I shot a bow?
I don't look at my arrowheads very
I
much.
don't think
Arrowheads that
I don't know. I don't know. I don't pay that much attention. Do you know the last time I shot a bow?
Can Nina glance
Do you know the
over?
last time I shot a bow?
About 3 minutes ago. About 3 minutes ago.
Can Nina glance over? Can Nina glance over and see if it looks like it has like acid burns or something on it? Nina glance over and see if it looks like it has like acid burns or something on it.
yeah, like it's spell marks that weren't
Yeah.
spells from
Yeah. Hi. Yeah.
spells
Yeah.
spells from
Yeah. Can I land? Can I look? Do I don't recognize the spell marks on it as being?
well actually look at
Can I look? Do I don't recognize? Can I look? Do I don't recognize the spell marks on it as being?
well actually
I thought you were helping.
Lee,
I thought you were helping me. clean
Kanina
up-
I am.
can't
helping me clean
Kanina
up-
I am.
Kanina can't right now because
Yeah.
you're currently packing up.
Well, I just
Yeah.
said to glance over. Can I glance over and see anything obvious on it as I'm packing? Because I'm going back and forth right next to the bodies to pack up the wagon.
Well, it's on the backside. Probably how this would happen for you to see is Rem comes around with a with an arrow in his hand and just go, "Hey, Tempest, you recognize this?" And you would kind of take a peek around and look at and yes, you would see some like acid burns along with the fire from before. Her.
Oh, hey, that's one that we talked earlier.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think this is the ones that. I think this is the ones that stayed behind when we were chased.
Yeah, I knew there was still some in the area. We probably shouldn't have camped here, but we wanted to recover.
Yeah,
so.
but I mean.
We wanted to recover.
Yeah,
so.
but I mean, if this is it, that's pretty good. I was more worried it was going to be new ones. If it was new ones, we had more to worry about.
Yeah, but who knows if these...
Yes.
Yeah, but who knows
Same
if these
party.
are scouts or something, so perhaps
True.
we should continue on, so she'll continue packing up and heading out, getting the horses ready, start hooking them up again.
So
Okay,
Ariel and
toss the
Tempest had
broken
heard. So
Okay,
Ariel and
toss the
Tempest
broken
had heard Kanina kind of talking about wanting to pack up camp before, so you guys can go ahead and respond to this as it's happening. And if it's happening.
Yeah. Ariel said that she was helping me, and then
I'm rolling up the.
helping me, and then
I'm rolling up the tent.
Rim will go around and check on the horses to see if they look like they're rested at all or if they need... Like, I mean, they ran, so they got their hour of rest, so they might not be too bad, but...
They do not look... And they would be rested, but you can tell looking at them that they would not have the energy to get up to a gallop or anything right now. You could hitch him, from what Rem would know, you could hitch him up to the cart. They could pull it, but it would just be at a standard walking pace for them.
Yeah.
yeah, Nina's like pretty much, she's hooking them up. She's, stroking their sides and kind of noticing that they're tired as well, but she'll...
Have a good night. If you open today, then you made a bad decision.
still hook them up. And,
Where did you
and-
Where did you see this town?
I'm trying to look at me. I'm trying to look at my notes.
We do have notes. We do have notes.
I don't remember what town. I don't remember the town.
Yeah, there's a town.
The town,
Town.
Yeah, there's a town.
the town, to kind of help for listeners as well, the town was to the south west, southwest It is at the base of the mountain. It is a fairly small walled town that you guys had seen. Like, as you guys were getting camped together, you would have seen torches being like, Elnice had seen like, as you guys were getting camped together, you would have like, as you guys were getting camped together, you would have seen torches being lit along this wall. And also high up in the mountain, you see some torches almost directly above it.
Guesstimate of
Almost directly above
guesstimate of the distance to this town?
25 miles.
Okay, so in a standard walking wagon pace, we wouldn't make it there tonight.
No, you'll be making it there by about midday.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 2 days to 3 days.
No, it's about a day.
To 3 days.
No, it's about a day. I'm done. No, it's about a day.
Huh. I just went by wagon trains used to travel about 10 miles a day. I just went by wagon trains used to travel about 10 miles a day.
But yeah, Nina will propose that, seeing how far away it is too, that she'll just be like, well, we can take turns shifting. People can sleep in the back, so we can back.
The
horses need rest too.
Yes, but I think we should still continue forward.
Yeah, well, we can definitely find a new, probably better defensible position, but
it's one of those things where you guys can push the horses, like as long as you're not
kill them.
As long as you're not
kill them.
Like as long as you're not
kill them.
You would know that they probably aren't going to die if you push them through a full like extra day's worth of travel. You just know that after the run before, you cannot make them, to mechanically put it, you cannot make these horses dash again.
Yeah,
Horses dash. See these horses dash again.
I got that. I got that.
But is it up? But as long as it up?
I got that.
But as long as you keep a slow, easy pace, they would be able to make it through. Through. Especially if someone wanted to throw some healing magic their way.
I don't have anything. Till I sleep.
Will a healing
Till I sleep.
Will a healing potion work on them?
Yeah, I was like, that's what I. Yeah, I was like,
It would make them drink it. They can get
yeah, I was like,
it would make them drink it.
It would.
It would make them drink it.
It wouldn't really be the same.
Drink
It
it.
wouldn't really be the same.
Well, I don't have any healing.
Yeah, we are out of. I already went. Yeah, we are out of spells and things. That's why I was saying, like, find a better place to camp, more defensible.
You can say it's. You can say that.
I am. I am.
Well,
I said, let's move. I agree with moving camp. Let's try to find a place that's a little bit more defensible. We can set up the wagon as like a wall, maybe against a tree bank or a hill bank, and then pass out. And then pass out.
Were they within 30 feet of when I casted the prayer of healing on all of us at camp?
Yes. Site.
My camp.
Yes.
So
Then
they
they
got
did
10
get the
healing
10
points.
healing. Next,
Yeah, we
they
can
get the
healing
10 healing points.
Okay. Okay.
Because I could.
Okay.
Because I could do 6 creatures and we're only 4. We're all 4.
Which, I mean, that may, if
Is it
Ariel
all
points that
creatures?
out, if
Is it
Ariel
all
points that
creatures
out,
within?
Up to 6. Yeah. Up to 6. Yeah.
Like, not that you choose.
That's why it's a second. That's second
well,
level.
up to 6 would.
Why it's a second.
Well, up.
that you.
That's why it's a
choose,
second
Well,
level.
up to 6. Yes, this.
All-
Well,
level.
up to 6 would mean that she
Up
gets
to
to
6
choose.
within it.
Unless you're just thinking she
Up
gets
to
to
6
choose.
within the 30 feet. I could pick 6 people within 30 feet.
That's so you're retconning that you specifically chose the horses. Is all
I
she's
would have-
asking. It's
I know
additional,
about-
is all
I
she's
would have-
asking.
Yeah, I probably
Okay.
would have picked. No, I probably
Okay.
would have picked. Have picked all of us, especially
Princess for sure.
Princess.
Princess for
Hello.
Okay.
Especially
Princess for sure.
Princess.
Princess for
Hello.
sure.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Princess for
Hello.
sure.
Okay.
Picked all of us, especially
Princess for sure.
Princess.
Princess for
Hello.
sure.
Okay. Just
so
making sure. Okay. Just
So-
making sure. Sure.
well, Well, probably then what would be happening is Rem is saying, like, I don't think we can push these horses before they've been through a lot, and Ariel just kind of speaks up. I did heal him a bit early. Heal him a bit earlier when I was. Heal him a bit earlier when I was helping heal everybody else.
Not a lot, but a bit. A lot, but a bit.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And enough to say that I think we can push, like, it's...
But just realize if nobody sleeps tonight, including us and the horses, we're going to be exhausted tomorrow.
Well, I'm just saying that we could switch off, so I'll continue my watch, and you guys can get some rest in the back, and then we'll switch off. And then we'll switch off driving the cart. So but
that would still mean in the morning we're probably gonna have to stop to let the horses sleep.
Well, yes, we'll stop when we get there, and we'll make camp in a better lighted area. So
they're gonna be exhausted by morning. They're gonna be exhausted by morning. And then they won't be able to move. They'll be moving at half speed. Mechanically speaking, they'll be moving at half speed after that.
Rem. Besides the horses, I only have the energy for one small spell.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I know. I'm saying yes. That's what I was saying. Let's move to someplace defensible. Let's
before we continue.
Defensible.
Before we continue this, so for us to get a full rest, we need that whole 8-hour thing, right?
Yeah.
So in that time, will the horses be exhausted by the end of that 8 hours?
Yeah.
So that 8 hours.
You don't just get exhausted, it's a con save to become exhausted. It's a con save to become exhausted.
Okay, so there's still a chance.
There is a chance that you can push them, and they will be able to push through without sleep. And I was actually already up on sleep.
Within 8 hours, are we going to have to roll for the
whoever stays awake? Whoever stays awake the whole time would. If we rest on the wagon, we would not. Whoever stays awake. Whoever stays awake the whole time would. If we rest on the wagon, we would not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, for the horses, though. this terrible? They're
Look,
well, I mean, for the horses, though.
To help clarify some things mechanically, going without a long rest. A long rest is never mandatory, but going without sleep does have its consequences. If you want to account for the effects of sleep deprivation on characters and creatures, use these rules. Whenever you end a 24-hour period without finishing a long rest, you must succeed a DC 10 Constitution saving throw or suffer 1 level of exhaustion. It becomes harder to fight off exhaustion if you stay awake for multiple days. After the first 24 hours, the DC increases by 5 for each consecutive 24-hour period without a long rest. The DC resets to 10 when you take a long rest.
Okay, so
mechanically speaking, if you choose not to sleep, it is just a DC 10. Constitution D10 Constitution save that gets worse each day.
Okay, so basically morning will be 24 hours for those horses. So what if we keep going? So what if we keep going and see where we are at morning?
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Find something.
And then I was saying, like,
See how they are.
if we go to morning, we could try pushing it through. And then I was saying, like,
See how they are.
If we go to morning, we could try pushing it through, or they're gonna want to sleep. Because you're also not talking about a smart animal or a smart person that can. I can choose to stay awake for 24 hours. A horse is gonna want to sleep. It's gonna stop taking orders as well. It's gonna become ornery. Think of like a small child.
Okay. Tent is in the car. Tent is in the cart.
Mechanically speaking, it's not a car. Mechanically speaking, it's not a car.
We're not saying it's a car, but he's saying that we can push them onwards. You know, we have a chance of exhausting them. But I'm okay. Basically, Kanina's setting up and saying we should just push through and get our rest and recover as much as we can, and then we'll stop when there's at least light that half of our party can see in the morning.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Does Tempest have any opinions on this?
Is that your opinion?
I forgot to find a babysitter for tomorrow morning and I have to work.
And knowing that this is going to get into a bit of personal outtake sessions for a bit, I think I'm going to wrap up the stream here. And in the morning, if you guys are interested, check out adventuresin.Erylia.com. This is a podcast that will be released in the next 4 hours. Have a good one.